the gentleman in the UK?
Women are going crazy, guys, because they can't figure out why you're not going up to them anymore.
3 guys passed me. None of them offered to help.
Why do men have a hard time helping women? We should be doing everything. He's just standing there.
I'm gonna see if I can plug it in.
What happened to the men who used to lead, provide, and commit? That's the question dominating podcasts and social media in 2026. The debate has become louder than ever, with people offering very different answers about why relationships feel more complicated today.
Women are going crazy, guys, because they can't figure out why you're not going up to them anymore. Guys' eyes are wide open now, right? They're wide open. And they're starting to say, well, you know what? I used to think it was worth it for me to just put myself out there all the time because, you know, I wanted to take a girl out. But now I'm realizing you got the gold diggers, you got the women who want the free meal, you got the women who expect me to do everything, but in return want to do nothing. You got women who are saying, what do you bring to the table? But when you ask them, they get insulted. You got women who don't, you can't even you talk about, you know, oh, yeah, you had 400 boyfriends before and you slept with all of them. You know, they get defensive. Maybe I just don't need to pursue women right now at all. That's what's happening. And I'm not saying that's good, by the way, because ultimately I'm someone who believes in, you know, men and women complementing each other when men are in their masculine and women are in their feminine and coming together and making a big, beautiful family. But this is the reality that's happening right now. And I understand why. Guys have had enough. So ladies, you want it to change. Instead of making a stupid TikTok video and complaining about it, act different. Act different. Look at your life and say, am I prioritizing stuff that guys don't give a lick about? And then complaining that they don't give a lick about me? Have some self-reflection in the game. Is my attitude shitty? Did I make 4 TikTok videos, you know, ripping on a guy the other day that I went out with, and now other guys are looking at that saying, oh, I'm not not getting in line for this one. Self-reflect instead of bitching about it. Oh, well, he doesn't want me because he doesn't appreciate a woman who makes a salary like blah, 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 blah.
One side argues that modern men aren't avoiding responsibility, they're becoming more selective about where they invest their time and energy. They say rising costs, career pressures, and changing expectations have made commitment feel like a much bigger decision than it once was.
Right, but if you're a man and you watch me struggle to put my carry-on in the overhead compartment and you don't offer to help, jail. What is wrong with you?
On the train and look at all these men. What happened to giving up your seat for women? No man offered me a seat. Excuse me, are you going to get up?
What?
Are you going to get up?
Are you pregnant?
No.
Are you for equality?
Yes.
Then fuck off.
Shout the season,
Many men also believe the list of expectations has continued to grow. They feel they're expected to be financially successful, emotionally intelligent, physically fit, ambitious, and confident, while questioning whether those expectations are always matched by equal effort from a partner.
Men don't want to help women.
And what specific topic is this video going to be about?
Here, but I'm generally speaking about why do men have a hard time helping women?
They don't have a hard time helping women, but they've been told to leave women alone.
Something that I have observed not only in my personal life, but literally in the outside world, because I'm a watcher. Men will stand there. The women will have all the bags, the kids, the suitcases, the luggage. We should be doing everything. He's just standing there.
I wonder, did she ask for help?
They'll just be standing there, like just watching the woman suffer as if it brings them some kind of pleasure. From my perspective, it looks like that because I'll just be looking and I'm just like, anybody would help that woman right now. Why are you just standing there? Y'all are the men.
I guess some women do need men after all, if for nothing more than to carry heavy objects. But I guess one didn't take into consideration that a lot of men stopped helping women because whenever they do, many times they're often told that they're not doing it right, they're doing it wrong, and the woman will just redo it anyway after making the man feel about 1 inch tall. Gee, I can't.
Others strongly disagree with that perspective. They argue that commitment has never been easy and that stepping up has always required sacrifice, maturity, and consistency. In their view, lasting relationships are built by people who keep showing up despite challenges.
I'm gonna see if I can plug it in. Oh my real quick? I'm just asking as a man, you need to tell me.
I didn't choose to tell you to have that baby.
No, but why a woman have to hug? Why
Listen, I didn't tell you to have that baby.
That's that way, but you're a whole man, you can't help me. Maybe like that. I'm gonna see if I can plug it in. Oh my God. Can you just tell me real quick? I'm just asking as a man, you need to tell me.
I didn't choose to tell you to have that baby.
No, but why a woman have to hug? Why
Listen, I didn't tell you to have that baby.
That's that way, but you're a whole man, you can't help me.
You need to take the help. She helped you.
Social media has amplified the disagreement by rewarding the most dramatic opinions. Viral clips often present dating as a competition where one side must win, even though those conversations rarely reflect how most healthy relationships actually work.
I just had to drag my AC out of my car to my apartment building. 3 guys passed me. None of them offered to help. None. 0 out of 3. Why? Because you couldn't lift it? You were too scared to lift it? Is that why? Am I intimidating? Am I more masculine than you?
Just immediately goes to shaming. That's hilarious. It's like when these women don't get their way with men in general, whether it's in relationships or they don't help them move their air conditioner, the only logical explanation for these women is that they just must be intimidated. It's like their go-to response. Man doesn't want to date me, oh, he's intimidated. Man doesn't want to help me move my air conditioner, he's intimidated. The arrogance and entitlement. Crazy.
At the center of the debate is a simple question: what does stepping up really mean in today's world? For some, it's about financial stability and leadership.
Have you ever wondered why there's a male loneliness epidemic, but there isn't a female epidemic? Shouldn't we be just as lonely? Aren't there our counterparts? It's actually because we aren't lonely. In fact, most of us felt lonelier when we were with you. The other part of this is women like being around other women. Y'all don't even like being around each other. And in our loneliness, after we realized how many times you guys were going to keep disappointing us, we found ways to be fulfilled. And in that, we realized, hey, this is a lot more peaceful. What did you guys do? You opted out and you numbed. You leaned into your porn addiction. You never emotionally evolved. You never developed any type of emotional skills to cope with all of the pain, all of the shame, all of the inadequacy that you feel. You men are struggling. And this is why I actually can't believe that men aren't against the patriarchy, because you are suffering in the patriarchy. You are drug addicts in the patriarchy. You are committing suicide in the patriarchy. You cannot talk about your feelings because of the patriarchy. You kept getting lonelier and lonelier. And let me tell you, loneliness is what happens when you refuse to grow, but still expected to be loved. And women are done. And you want to know what our result is we don't have a loneliness epidemic. We have an entire epidemic where women are realizing that they have much less labor, where they are realizing that they have much more peace, where they aren't emotionally dysregulated because they're not being abused. And women built emotional skills to deal with your abuse. And now look what happened is we have out-evolved you to the point where so many women are like, this is actually better, but we are not the ones that are lonely. You are, and that should be a problem to you.
For others, it's about emotional support, respect, communication, and building a future together.
I just saw this video where this guy was saying there's a female loneliness epidemic, and I just thought that was the funniest thing. He says that women are lonely because they prioritize their happiness. And of course, he's talking about them choosing their careers, their education, instead of wanting to settle down and start a family, all that jazz. I've said this before, but I'll say it again because I think it's true. A lot of you guys are jealous of women, okay? You're mad at women because instead of choosing to be with y'all, they're choosing peace, right? They're choosing their careers and their education first. Y'all are only mad because they're better off without you, okay? And you can't blame them. I mean, a lot of y'all have nothing to offer to these women. Y'all don't bring peace to women's lives. You bring chaos. You offer them nothing but a migraine. And you wonder why they choose to be single. You wonder why they prioritize their happiness instead of dating y'all. So how about this? Instead of living in mommy's basement complaining about women, just do better. Ow! Oh.
Perhaps the bigger issue isn't whether only men should step up, but whether both partners are willing to share responsibility. Healthy relationships thrive when expectations are realistic, respect goes both ways, and both people are committed to growing together.
The female loneliness epidemic is here, and I'm here for it. This is what happens when you sit out here and you promote these pandering content creators who play to your hurt emotions, your bitterness, and your terrible experiences. So that way y'all get online and you spew, vitriol and hatred toward men because, you know what, you had some bad dealings with a couple of them. And now my timeline is filled up with women complaining about, where's all the good men at? Where are the men at for this? Where are the men at for that? Where's the men that want to go on dates? Where's the men that yearn? Where's the men at court? Where's the men that do da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And now my new timeline is filled up with, where's all the men at for the singles events? Where it's nothing but women at singles events. It's like 95% women at these singles events. What happened? Where's the men? The men listen. Y'all thought that making these videos go viral, these content creators who try to, pander and manipulate to your emotions and your bad experiences, you thought talking shit and bashing men was going to be fun. It was fun for the moment. It helped you feel good, right? But men paid attention to that shit. Realized a lot of you don't even like men. And now y'all got all these women out here begging, crying, where's all the men? Well, maybe you should hold women accountable.
Where are the gentlemen in the UK? Genuinely, where are they? Because not an ounce of testosterone has been spotted in the UK in the past 10 years, I swear. Feels like no man wants to be a gentleman these days. I don't get it. I'm gonna say every single man because of course that would be a generalization, but it just feels like men do not want to even try anymore to even be kind human beings, not even interact. I go to the gym pretty much every single day, and most days men will not hold the door open. They will simply just walk on by, which is fair. If you don't want to look at me, fair enough, I get it, I'm a redhead. To completely ignore me as a human being when I would open the door for anyone, a cat, a mouse, an animal, a male or a female. Please just open the door, have some respect for other human beings. And tell me why I'm walking down the street, I see a couple walking in this rain, you can hear the rain, and the man has a coat, the woman has just a t-shirt on. He clearly hasn't offered to give her the coat, help her with the bags that she's holding. She's holding 10 bags in this weather. That's not gentlemanly at all, because it does make us feel wanted when a man opens the door, when a man opens the car door, when they do little things like that cost nothing, it's free.
As this conversation continues throughout 2026, opinions remain deeply divided. Whether you believe men need to change, society needs to change, or both, one thing is certain: the future of modern relationships will depend on honest conversations and shared accountability, not viral arguments alone. You're watching Modern Dating Logic, where we keep it real, not emotional. If you see the pattern, you already know what to do.